What if your support team could answer every question instantly, accurately at 3 a.m. on a Sunday without a single human lifting a finger? Here's a number that should stop you. As of 2026, RAG based chatbots are achieving 95 to 98% accuracy on domain specific questions with near zero hallucination rates. And Gartner predicts that conversational AI deployments will reduce contact center labor costs by $80 billion this year alone. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to build one complete code included. Hey everyone, welcome back to TechNuggets. I'm Aseem and I'm genuinely excited about today's tutorial because we're building something that companies are paying consultants five figures to implement. If you're new here, this channel is all about practical AI development, no fluff, no hype, just real code that solves real problems. If that sounds valuable to you, consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming series on agentic RAG systems. Now, I want you to think about a moment. You've probably had this experience. You're using a support chatbot, you ask a simple question about your account, and it gives you this completely wrong answer. Or worse, it confidently makes something up. That frustration, that's exactly what we're going to solve today. If this tutorial saves you even one headache debugging a hallucinating chatbot, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel and it tells me this content is valuable to you. Alright, let's build something powerful. Before we write a single line of code, I want you to truly understand why RAG has become, as one industry report put it, the strategic imperative addressing core enterprise challenges head on. So, what exactly is retrieval augmented generation? Retrieval augmented generation is the process of optimizing the output of a large language model so it references an authoritative knowledge base outside of its training data sources before generating a response. Think about it this way: traditional chatbots are like employees who memorized the company handbook 6 months ago but haven't checked for updates since. RAG chatbots are like employees who check the current documentation every single time before answering. RAG solves the problem of relying on a model's memory or hallucinations. Instead, RAG retrieves relevant document chunks from a vector database and supplies them to the model at inference time. Why does this matter for enterprise support? Three reasons. First, accuracy. RAG based AI chatbots achieve 95 to 98% accuracy on domain specific questions. The best platforms report 98% or higher accuracy with near zero hallucination rates. Second, cost. AI chatbot interactions cost 50 to 70 cents each compared to $6 to $15 for human agent interactions. That's a massive difference at scale. Third, the market has spoken. The global retrieval augmented generation market size is accounted at $1.85 billion in 2025 and is predicted to grow to approximately $67.4 billion by 2034, expanding at a CAGR of 49%. This isn't experimental technology anymore. In 2026, retrieval augmented generation is no longer a feature layer, it is enterprise AI infrastructure. Now, let me show you what the actual architecture looks like. On screen, I'm showing you a diagram. Pause if you need to study it. The workflow has two phases: indexing and retrieval. Indexing is a pipeline for ingesting data from a source and indexing it. This usually happens in a separate process. Retrieval and generation is the actual RAG process, which takes the user query at runtime and retrieves the relevant data from the index, then passes that to the model. In practical terms, we take your support documentation, we chop it into meaningful chunks, we convert those chunks into mathematical representations called embeddings, and we store them in a vector database. Then, when a customer asks a question, we find the most relevant chunks and feed them to the language model along with the question. Simple concept. Let's make it real with code. All right, let's get our hands dirty. Open up your terminal. I'm using VS Code, but any IDE works. First, create a new project directory and set up a virtual environment. This is critical. Use a virtual environment. Mixing global packages is how you end up spending an afternoon debugging import errors that have nothing to do with your actual RAG code. Here's what you type. Here you can see the code example on screen. Now let's install our dependencies as shown in the code on screen. Let me explain what each package does. LangChain is the orchestration framework that wires together document loading, text splitting, embedding, retrieval, and generation. ChromaDB is a lightweight open source vector database that stores and searches your document embeddings. PyPDF handles PDF parsing, Python Dudwin manages environment variables, and Tick token counts tokens for OpenAI models. Now create a .m file for your API keys. This is important. Take a look at this implementation on screen. Never commit your .m file to version control. Add it to your .gitignore immediately. A leaked API key can result in thousands of dollars in unauthorized charges within minutes. Let me talk about why we're using ChromaDB for this tutorial. ChromaDB is excellent for prototyping and small to medium deployments under 10 million vectors. For larger scale, consider Pinecone, Weaviate, or Qdrant. All are supported by LangChain with minimal code changes. As of 2026, over 68% of enterprise AI applications now use vector databases to manage embeddings generated by large language models. The good news? In 2026, improvements across vector databases, embedding models, and retrieval algorithms are making RAG pipelines faster, more accurate, and easier to deploy. Now we're going to load your enterprise documentation. Create a new file called document_loader.py. Let's say your company has support documentation in PDFs, product guides, troubleshooting manuals, FAQs. Here's how we load them. Here's what the code looks like. Document loaders are like special tools that can read all different file formats and bring their content into your system. LangChain provides many loaders, making it super easy to grab content from almost anywhere. You don't need to write complex code to open each file type. Now comes one of the most critical decisions in your entire RAG system: chunking. Chunking is where most RAG implementations fail silently. The chunk size question, should I use 512 tokens or 1,000, is the wrong question. The right question is, what is the minimum self contained unit of meaning in my documents? Let's implement intelligent chunking. Check out this code example on screen. The recursive character text splitter is smart. It tries to split on paragraph breaks first, then sentences, then words. This preserves semantic meaning. Shorter chunks of 200 to 500 characters are better for Q&A and precise retrieval. Longer chunks of 1,000 to 2,000 characters are better for summarization and more context. For enterprise support, I recommend starting with 500 character chunks and 200 character overlap. Test and iterate from there. Advanced teams use hierarchical chunking, preserve table structure, and validate chunk boundaries semantically. This results in 30 to 40% fewer retrieval calls needed to answer the same question. Now we convert our text chunks into vector embeddings and store them. This is where the magic happens. Create a file called embedding_store.py. Here you can see the code example on screen for English, educational, or support text. OpenAI's text embedding 3 small hits the sweet spot of cost and quality. For multilingual content, Cohere's Embed Multilingual v3 is the 2026 standard. Higher dimensions mean better accuracy, but also higher storage and query cost. Let me explain what just happened. Every chunk of text is now represented as a vector, an array of numbers that captures its semantic meaning. Vector databases fix the hallucination problem by giving AI systems a form of memory, a way to search, retrieve, and reason over meaning, not just keywords. The embedding process captures relationships. So, refund policy and return procedures and money back guarantee all end up close together in vector space, even though they use different words. Now, let's wire everything together into our chatbot. Create chatbot.py as shown in the code on screen. Retrieval QA is the special LangChain feature that combines retrieval and question answering. It connects your retriever, which finds the relevant documents, to your LLM, which generates the answer. Notice I set temperature to 0, set LLM temperature to 0 to 0.2, point 0.2, use a strong system prompt that instructs the model to only answer from provided context. This minimizes creativity and maximizes accuracy, exactly what we want for support. The k equals 4 in search underscore kguards means we retrieve the top four most relevant chunks. Temperature equals 0, chunk underscore overlap equals 200, k equals 4 chunks retrieved. These defaults took me a while to land on. Trust them until you have a reason to change them. Let's make this usable with a Streamlit interface. Create app.py. Take a look at this implementation on screen. Run it with, here's what the code looks like. And you have a working enterprise support chatbot. But we're not done. Let me show you some production level enhancements. Here's where we separate tutorial code from production code. First, security. RAG applications are susceptible to indirect prompt injection. Retrieved documents may contain text that resembles instructions. Because the retrieved context shares the same context window as your system prompt, the model may inadvertently follow instructions embedded in the data rather than your intended prompt. Let's add safety guardrails. Check out this code example on screen. To mitigate prompt injection, use defensive prompts that explicitly instruct the model to treat retrieved context as data only. Wrap context with delimiters using clear structural markers like XML tags to separate retrieved data from instructions. Second, add hybrid search. Hybrid search has become the default retrieval approach in 2026. It combines semantic similarity with keyword matching. Here you can see the code example on screen. Look into re-ranking and hybrid search, BM25 plus vector. If your documents have lots of proper nouns or codes that semantic search struggles with. Third, implement caching to reduce costs. As shown in the code on screen, query result caching stores complete results for specific queries. When the same query is repeated, the cached result is returned immediately. This is most effective for applications with repeated queries like chatbots that answer common questions. Fourth, add monitoring. In production, you need to track retrieval latency, answer quality scores, user feedback, token usage for cost management, demo RAG logs, nothing. Production RAG logs every step so you can debug failures. Before we wrap up, let me address scaling because your chatbot needs to handle real traffic. ChromaDB is excellent for prototyping and small to medium deployments under 10 million vectors. For larger scale, consider Pinecone for fully managed scaling to billions of vectors, VV8 which supports hybrid search natively, or Qdrant with its Rust-based excellent performance. For cost optimization at scale, for 100,000 queries per day with no optimization, you're looking at approximately $19,000 per month. With smart routing, caching, and model optimization, that drops to around $10,000 per month, 40 to 46% savings. The real world impact is substantial. A McKinsey study found that using AI based RAG chatbots with human agents can double productivity while having cost per call. And regarding the business case, according to Gartner research, by 2026, conversational AI deployments within contact centers will reduce agent labor costs by $80 billion. All right, let's bring it all together with the three key insights from today. First, RAG fundamentally changes what chatbots can do. We're not just building faster FAQ lookup, we're building systems that can reason over your company's entire knowledge base with remarkable accuracy. The days of customers getting frustrated with "I don't understand that question" are ending. Second, the architecture matters more than the model. Your chunking strategy, your retrieval approach, your prompt design, these decisions compound. 90% of agentic RAG projects failed in production not because the technology was broken, but because engineers underestimated the compounding cost of failure at every layer. A system that retrieves the wrong document, re-ranks poorly, and generates a hallucination didn't just fail once, it failed 4 to 5 times in sequence. Third, this technology is production ready now. Gartner says that 70% of companies will have RAG bots working in their customer and internal systems by 2026. If you're not building with RAG today, you're falling behind. The complete code from this tutorial is linked in the description. Clone it, swap in your documents, and you'll have a working prototype in under an hour. If this tutorial helped you understand RAG, or if it's going to save you hours of debugging, please smash that like button. It genuinely helps this video reach more developers who need it. Subscribe and hit the bell if you want to see our next video where we're going to take this chatbot to the next level with Agentic RAG, where the system can actually take actions on behalf of users, not just answer questions. Now I want to hear from you in the comments. What's the first use case you're going to build with RAG? Is it customer support like we built today, internal knowledge management, something else entirely? Drop a comment. I read every single one and I'll respond with tips specific to your use case. Until next time, keep building, keep learning, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Fine 5.